There's never been a suggestion that Madeleine had been brought to America, so why have you chosen this country to focus your attention on at the moment?
I think the key thing, we've got a twofold reason for coming. One was to visit the National Centre for Missing and Exploited Children, and particularly their international division, who we're already working with to try and keep Madeleine's profile high. That's the first thing, and we will continue to work with them. We've got some really great ideas, and there's been such overwhelming support and goodwill that we want to try and channel that into long-lasting benefits for all children. The second thing, of course, was to look at the systems that they have in place here, the recent legislation that's been put in place, the Adam Walsh bill, and to take back with us whether that's something that Europe should be considering, because clearly I've said before that when it comes to child welfare issues that we would like to see the highest standards being set as the minimum, really.
And we know that in the beginning when Madeleine went missing there was, saturation coverage on the media. Are you worried about the publicity diminishing?
I'm not worried about the publicity diminishing. It's never been about publicity. It's been about Madeleine's disappearance having high profile. And I don't think she has to be in the news every day or stories in the media every day for people will not forget. And if it just means that there is a reminder from time to time, such as the J.K. Rowling poster for the Harry Potter book, that reminds everyone that, 82 days now, Kate and I are still looking for our daughter, and we won't give up. And there's still, one of the messages from the centre here is that it's still a lot of hope, particularly given the circumstances.
You were visiting the White House today. Not many people get to go in there. Hundreds of children go missing in America every year, and their parents probably wouldn't get that opportunity. What do you think swayed it for you in this time?
I think the key thing here is that the people involved in child welfare see that we're trying to channel the huge amount of publicity in a positive way to affect change. And I think there is an opportunity here, and that's the key thing. There's an opportunity from the goodwill and the publicity around Madeleine's disappearance to leave something longer lasting and tangible. Of course, Kate and I hope that our daughter is found, but that's the only thing that'll make us happy is finding it. But we very much want to leave some benefit.
Lots of questions have been asked, and comfortable questions for you, about whether you might ultimately face prosecution for leaving Madeleine and the other children alone. I mean, is that a possibility that you take seriously?
We've been assured that is not a possibility, and dealt with some time ago. And what we were doing was essentially our own baby listening service. We were 50 yards away, and I've alluded previously that it was like similar to dining in your garden. And what we have done legally is well within the bounds of reasonable parenting. And I understand that there's criticism, and we have talked openly about the guilt that we were not there at that minute. But what Kate and I really want to focus on is we want to get our daughter back, but more importantly, the real crime has been committed by the predator who took her. And let's not forget that that's what the real crime is here.
And just finally, where from here?
Well, we're meeting some more politicians who've been involved in child welfare legislation here, and then I'll be going back to Portugal and touching base with Kate, and we'll be meeting up with Portuguese police again in due course and seeing the key thing is the criminal investigation, and obviously we've got as much information into that as possible, and millions of people are still looking for Madeleine.